Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're definitely welcome. So in today's video, I'll be creating a look that Desi Perkins did using the new Morphe X Jacqueline Hills palette. If you want to see how I achieve mine, then definitely keep on watching. So I'm starting off with my eyebrows and I'm using my Davis pencil in number 18. I always start off from the bottom of the brow and I like to draw a straight line following the line of my own eyebrow, and then I move on and recreate the same thing on the top brow. Now once I'm done with that, I'm going to brush it up with a spoolie and make sure everything is aligned in the shape I want the brow to be in, and then I repeat the same thing in the other brow. And then to clean everything up, to clean the brows, any mistake I might have made around it, I go in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn. I go in with this concealer because it gives me the right amount of brow bone highlight that I need, and I don't need to blend it too much because, as I said, it's very close to my skin tone. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to move on to the star of the show, which is my eye look. So I'm going to prime my eyes off camera. Now starting off the eyes, I'm going in with my Fabla eyeshadow palette again. If you watched my last video, you know I had some complaints about this palette. But anyway, I'm going in with that yellow shade in the palette and I'm going to use that in my transition area. And I'm picking up the shade using a blending brush and I'm just going in windshield swiper motion to blend out the transition shade. Now for my crease shade, I'm taking up that deeper yellow shade, which is Bet On It. Now as I was applying it, it was barely appearing. So I had to go back into the palette and take the shade Secrets, which is the orange shade just beneath that first shade I just showed you guys. So I'm going to apply this shade into my crease and I'm going to build it and make sure it's well saturated. And I'm also going to blow it out into the transition area. When doing colorful looks, you find out that you spend most of your time just blending out your shadows and making sure that everything is all blended in together and there are no lines of demarcation. So basically that's what I keep doing. I'm going to go in with different brushes, the one I use for the transition shade and the one I'm also using for the crease shade also. So I'm going to keep interchanging between them to make sure everything is well blended out together. And also sometimes when you're blending your shadows, you tend to lose the first shade you already deposited. So I'm going to go back in also with that same brush I used to apply my transition shade to blend out the transition area. I'm also going in without any product on the brushes. Going back into the Fabla palette and I'm taking up that pink shade on a pencil brush. Now I'm going to pack the shade into the outer view of my eyes and also into my crease area. So when I'm done packing in the shades on my eyes, I'm going to go ahead to blend it out. So once I'm done blending out the pink shade, I'm going to go in with my crease shade and blend that out also because I already lost the shade while blending out the pink shade. So once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to go in to deepen the outer view of my eyes. So once I was done blending out the crease shade, I went back into the palette and I picked the shade Jackpot on the flat blending brush. Now my intention was to use this to darken the outer view of my eyes to smoke it out a bit more, but the shade wasn't appearing, so I had to go back into the palette and dip my brush into different colors until I got the one that was showing up. And I think most of these colors, they do well with a tacky surface, like when you haven't set your concealer or whatever you used in priming your lids. That is when they will appear. So after that, I went back in also to pick a deeper shade to also apply at the outer view of my eyes. So I lost some of the pink shade I applied in my crease area, so I just went back in to apply more of that. I went back in again with a purple shade to deepen the outer view of my eyes. Now once I'm done with that, it's time to cut the crease. So to cut my crease, I'm going to be using my trusted No Colourpop No Filter concealer in the shade Medium 34 and also my flat brush. I love this flat brush because it gives me precision and I have very shaky hands, but it helps me achieve a very precise cut crease. Now because I have hooded eyes, sometimes wherever I cut my crease, it tends to disappear when I open my eyes. So a hack I usually like to do is apply the concealer on my lid area and then I look up, it shows me where I need to end or where I need to stop the cutting of the crease, if that is even what you say. But yeah, that is how I do it, and then I see where I want to place the concealer. So now I'm going into the J Cosmetics palette and I'm taking that yellow pigment. This is the color I'm going to be using for my lid. I'm picking up that yellow pigment with a flat brush. I didn't wet the brush, guys. That's how pigmented the shade is and bright. So I didn't want to pick up any shade from the Fabla palette because I already knew this pigment was tested and trusted, and I knew it wasn't going to fail me, and I didn't want to have any issues with that of Fabla. So now for the outer view of my eyes, to blend everything out and make sure that there are no lines of demarcation, I went into that Fabla palette and I picked up that shade Angelic and I blended it into the yellow pigment. So right now I'm just cleaning off the excess eyeshadow fallout I had while blending out my eyeshadow. Now for my eyeliner, I'm doing a winged liner today, guys. So I'm using my Quick Kill black liner. So I usually like to go in first and draw a straight line from the outer corner of my eye, or rather the inner corner of my eye, to the outer corner of my eye, so that I know the place where I want to end my wing. So yeah, guys, it's time for mascara. You guys already know I always use the Zara Lengthening mascara. I love the formula of this mascara. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below what mascaras you guys use, which one you love, so that I can try my hands on it. But right now I'm really loving this Zara Lengthening mascara. So once I'm done applying my mascara, I'm going to go ahead to apply my lashes. So guys, once I'm done applying my lashes, I'm going to go ahead to tightline my waterline. And I'm using my Maybelline Colossal Kajal to do this. Now after I'm done with my eyes, I'm going to move on to my face and then finish off my eye look later. So for primer today, I'm using my Santi face primer. And then I'm going to go ahead with the Zara mattifying primer. I'm going to apply this just in my T-zone area, the areas where I get oily mostly throughout the days. Now for foundation today, I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay foundation and I'm in the shade Cappuccino. This shade is a tiny little bit too warm for me, especially if I put like excess of the foundation. But the good thing about it is that I can still make it work. So right now I'm just blending it out. I'm going to go ahead with my Zara foundation brush to blend out the foundation all over my face. Also guys, in cases like this, you don't want to forget to blend your foundation towards your neck. So guys, once I'm done blending out the foundation, I'm going to move into concealer. And for concealer today, I'm using my Nuban Beauty My Skin Concealer in the shade 043. Now I'm going to apply this in the areas where the sun or the light naturally hit my face. So that's my under eyes, my cupid's bow, my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. Now I'm going in with my Nuban Beauty Damp Beauty Blender to blend out the concealer. So guys, like I said before, you always want to go in with a little bit of concealer on your beauty blender before you go ahead to blend. If not, you just be removing from what you've already kept on your face, and we definitely do not want that. So once I'm done blending out my foundation, I'm also going to did I say foundation? Once I'm done blending out the concealer, I'm also going to go ahead with cream contour today. So I'm going to go back in to make sure that everything is well blended out, and I'm going to go in with the same brush, that's my foundation brush, the brush I used in blending out what did I just say? I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush I used to blend out the edges of the concealer. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso to apply on my cheeks. Is it cheeks? Anyway, I'm going to use this to contour my forehead, my nose, and also my cheek. Yeah, I guess it's cheek. That's what we're using today anyway. So I'm picking up this, should I say it's a big pencil brush or something? I don't know what this is. Are these the brushes they call dome brushes? I'm not sure, but anyway, this is what I'm using to blend out the concealer. The contour, the cream contour. Anyway, it's still concealer. It's just a darker shade. I'm going to go ahead with a smaller brush, which is more like a pencil brush, but it's more fluffy. Now I'm going to use this to blend out the nose contour. I'm blending that into my eyebrow so that everything is more symmetrical, everything is well aligned together. So guys, once I'm done with all the blending, I'm going in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder to blend out, to set all the areas where I apply concealer. I absolutely love this setting powder because of the amount of yellowness or how golden the powder is. So I'm just going to apply the powder in all the areas where I apply concealer. I'm also going to use it to reverse contour, just because, like I said, this foundation, it's a little bit too warm for me. So to even everything out, I'm going ahead to reverse contour. So guys, I'm going in with my NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette to set all the areas where I applied my cream contour. Now I'm going into my cheekbone, my forehead, and my jawline, and I'm using a Zoeva blush brush. I like all those brushes that are slanted for contour. I don't know why. I think it just applies the contour very well. So I'm going to dust off all the excess powder I used in baking and setting all the areas of my face. Guys, I'm going to set my makeup to make sure it lasts me throughout the day with my Nuban Beauty Silly Setting Spray. And now I'm going to move into highlighting, and I'm using my Sheila X Color Pop highlighter in the shade Pools. But I'm first going to go in with a lighter highlighter from the NYX Highlight and Pro palette, Contour Pro palette. The NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I'm going to use a lighter highlighter shade from there before I go in with the shade Pools. So once I'm done with highlighting, I'm moving into my lips. Now I'm going to use the ColourPop X LRE lip pencil in the shade LRE. Now I'm going to use this to line my lips, and also I'm going to fill it in. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to use a light lipstick from Classic. Now I went in with that first, but then I topped it up with the ColourPop X Sheila lipstick in the shade Quickie. Guys, you didn't remind me to complete my eye look, but this still looks good. I'm in love. I love this eye look. Like, it's so colorful, and I don't know, but it's beautiful, guys. So I went in with my Zaron Lengthening Mascara again for my bottom lashes, and then I went in with my Maybelline Colossal Gel to tightline my waterline. Now after I was done with that, I took the same shade I used in my crease area, the pink shade. So I used that for my bottom underneath my eye. So guys, this is the completed makeup look. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.